Welcome everyone to another episode of On Loose Lines. Sorry about that. One of the microphones up a little bit. Race 2 at Melton is on and racing as we speak, and we've got Mr. Nian in front with one lap to go. This must be one of those up to 50 rated races, and I might bring that up as part of our topic a little bit later on. But John Justice, I think it is, driving the leader. Wrong remote. I'll get both the remotes going on. Welcome though, and please, as I always say, On Loose Lines is here to be driven by the people and the topics that people want to do and how they want to say it. Ryan Sanderson is actually driving the leader, and he's driving pretty confidently at the minute. Royal Apollo is getting into second, and I think that's one of the Ben Yole runners getting to third because it looks... no, that's Scotty Ewan's colours actually from Cranbourne. So there's a little bit going on in here. Don't have a lot of people on at the minute, but we will, we may not. I keep saying that's Mickey Bellman. He's had a great day, Mick Bellman. He's getting into second, although it looks like, not sure who's going to win this one. I think Ryan Sanderson's actually going to win it. The young man from Charlton doing a good job and going very, very well. My New Zealand friends are already in. Timmy White, thank you very much for the birthday wishes, mates, and good evening to you, and good evening, Cam Bray, as well. Hopefully you're well. But Mr. Nian, take out race number 2 at Melton. Been a big day of racing here with plenty going on both sides of the ditch. Sorry about that. I've just rightio. Got a bit going on. That's okay. Tonight's show can be about anything you like. Will be very, very seriously, but we do actually have one thing. I better Timmy White. Oh, Tim, just so you're aware, we fixed up the hats behind, and Cameron was a bit upset because he couldn't see some of the hats. So as you can see there's a whole wall of hats, and they will be getting bigger. I've got some more people to get into it, and we'll keep raising them up. Stuart Tanner, hello to you too, my friend from England. So I'm no longer the number one rating show in New Zealand because I've got 2 Kiwis on and one gentleman, one Australian in England. But I'll swap the hats for the minute, although we won't swap them for too long because both of them will have a little bit of a tie-in with some stuff going on, that's for sure. But in all seriousness, we do have to do we've got to get a little bit of a plug out there. Now, where did I put that? Here it is here. Cam Bray, my fine New Zealand friend, wants our votes. So we need to vote 1 for Cam Bray. We need to make a petition to get the votes out there for Cam, so that he can become get on the board of New Zealand harness racing. It's something that he wants to achieve. So in case people aren't aware and maybe forget during as the show goes along, I've got the little ticker going down along the bottom for Cam. So make sure we vote 1 for Cam Bray. I'm not sure how us Aussies, our English friend, I don't know how we're meant to do it. But anyway, we'll just keep that rolling along down the bottom so as we can go from there. Thank you very much, Yo, as well. You wouldn't believe this. Unbelievable, some of the things you can do. I haven't got my mouse for this other remote, but other computer to keep things going on. But thank you, Gary Collison, and good to see you at the Trots last Saturday night, guys. And Yo, I'm a weapon, Cam Bray, don't you worry about that. I might have to put that picture back up. Unfortunately, I haven't got my little machine that I've been able to build for a while. It's actually just gone on the fritz for me tonight. But as I said, vote 1, Cam Bray, and we will start the election. We will get it going. Timmy White, I need your help. We need some of the Kiwis to get it out there and go from there. We'll get back to the NZB, guys, a bit later on in the show. Harassed to Trotters I'm going to start off with, although there is plenty going on. Tim White, the Kiwi guys have a great wicked sense of humour and the likes. I like having all my hats up there. There's plenty of Kiwis. I didn't realise how much Kiwi content there was coming across here as well. So there is plenty of Kiwis involved and on Campbell's comments, and I love it and I really enjoy it. But we've got people going everywhere. I don't think we can, that's the butt of the joke. Being Australians, I don't think we can. But we'll just have some fun and go from there. Joe Pace voted 1 and a cap. So look out, mate. He ain't missing out on you either. So I was going to call in to see him yesterday, but he stood me up. There was a hat in the car too for you. So anyway, we will keep going that way. But we've got to start the campaign. Vote 1, Cambrai. This is what this show's about. It's to be taken very, very seriously, and we want people to get involved. Join a New Zealand club and then get to vote. Okay, we might not have time for that, I would imagine. But yeah, good luck, Cam. In all seriousness, he's a great contributor to the harness racing, my shows anyway. We're going there. One Kiwi living in Oz got my vote, Cambrai. Blanche Poole, that is. Congratulations, Blanche, winning today with Just a Bit Touchy, a graduate MEO of the nutrient sales. Changed camp, didn't realise that, but yeah, been bought out by Alabar and Norm Jenkins and raced and went terrifically well today. Very, very well, good indeed, winning the one of those other races anyway. I can't remember what it was, but yeah, winning that, so went terrific. There, Joe, you're going to get 6 hats from Cambrai, so that's very, very good going there. Greg Ryan from Queensland. Hello to you, Greg. Formerly, I think he's Queensland, maybe Mildura. Anyway, not sure. Yeah, well done to Blanche Poole. Just a bit touchy winning today. Been some good results, actually, at Maryborough today. Larry Lynch won the last race. He actually quinelled it. I don't know how many horses Larry trains, but I reckon that's got to be a huge effort. Mickey Bellman had a good day today, and I'll take the Mickey with a few people there. But yeah, it was a big day for Larry Lynch, and congratulations to him winning that today. I think it's great, these smaller stables. There was a little bit of other stuff going on, and actually I'll do that now. We'll get onto that. I don't know if anyone actually saw, but Ian Wooldridge, and this is Ian here. This is he down the bottom there. You can see him down the bottom. He's a course photographer. Gets to most of the tracks, rain, hail or shine. That one's at Yarra Glen, but it looks a lot like Kilmore, and Kilmore's one of those places that it can be very, very diabolical. Yarra Glen can be a bit dangerous too. So, and we will touch Blanche. I promise we're going to touch on that horse there in a second. We'll get to that, so don't worry. I haven't missed out on who that horse is. There's a fair bit of sentiment for that. But this was actually Ian today, after his horse won, with Mickey Bellman driving it today. So racing means a lot to a lot of people, and yeah, he was pretty pumped straight after it. So they caught the camera straight on, and doesn't race a lot of horses, and there's some great little photos going around. So unsung heroes of the industry, plenty of people out there. Every time you win a race, you want to get a photo and put it on the wall. Ian and Claire, well done, they own that horse. Well done to Mickey Bellman, getting a training double actually, and he's already made the trip to Melton this afternoon, and he's got two going on there. They're at the 400 metres, and Bella Bling, I would say, is a bling it on. Trying to win race number 3 at Bathurst tonight. Guess what the race is? Bling it on at Cobbity Pace. So I think that's Luke McCarthy in the cart, not sure, but unless I'm mistaken, I'd say it's going to be a good result. So New South Wales going gangbusters, and we will get on to Bathurst, of course. Going to the inaugural nutrient sale will be held there on 2023, going very, very closely. It's going to get there. Yeah, it got there very on the last stride, but Bella Bling takes out race number 3 at Bathurst. So got lots of stuff going on. Please, as I said, don't be scared to drive the agenda. Don't forget to vote 1, Cambrai. We've just got to work out how we can actually do that. But yeah, well done to Ian Wooldridge and the crew going there. While I've got Blanche Poole on, and I know she'll be very, very happy with this one here. Stacey Towers, who is a regular between herself and Mark, tune in very, very regularly, and I must say, you know, I really appreciate everyone that gets involved, and Marie Newberry, I'll get to you in a sec, but that's what the show's about, is to have fun and grow it and get it bigger and bigger. 100 wins for Stacey Towers. Congratulations. And the reason I said about Blanche Poole there before, winning with a horse that is a little bit, well, she's not. She's actually a ripper. She had a few little issues, and Stace was able to work her out, and I think they've done a terrific job. And I'm just going to come back to this. That is actually there. So that's Stace's 100th winner. I've pinched that off Stace's Facebook page, so it's a little bit grainy, the footage, but yeah, that's actually Fire and Grace, bred by Dean and Blanche Pools, so they've had a good couple of days, and I'm sure they own the horse, so it means a little bit to them as well, so there's no worries there. But I think as much as anything, their friendship with Stacey Towers. So Stace, congratulations, and I think it's a mighty big effort to drive 100 winners, and people probably don't understand how it goes. Cambro, we are in trouble, mate. We've got a fair bit going on with these hats. We now want Darren, who I think is cousins, but I'm not 100% sure. The boys will fill me in there as well. Darren wants a cap before we give one to Joe so that he can tease Joe. So we could end up with a Maltese war. We know we might be in all sorts of trouble, mate, if we're not careful the way this is going. Yes, Marie Newbury, absolutely. It was a great reaction from Mick. He was pointing to Ian as he went across the line. Should make a great photo, really well. Mick Bellman did a good job, as I said, winning the race, but being aware of the circumstances and what it was behind it. And yeah, I think he done a terrific job. So as he always does. So plenty to go on the show tonight. We're going to have all the regular updates for the nutrient sales. NZB as well, with their sales in New Zealand being finalised. If you watch the New Zealand show, you'll be able to see a lot of that going through. We've also got a Woodlands update as well, so yeah, you better bring plenty, mate. You're in trouble. I think I had one or two spares, but I think we're in all sorts of trouble now. So he actually has to bring plenty of hats. That is Cambrai. While I'm talking, I'm actually just going to see, there it is there, just get this one up as well. So this is a breeding seminar that's actually going to be on in New Zealand very, very shortly. I apologise for the way that I pulled that across the screen. It looked a little bit tacky, but I didn't get a chance to organise it very well. Going to happen in New Zealand starting this Sunday, I believe. Cam will actually go from there and go with that. Stace, I will get back to you in 2 seconds. I'm just going to stick on to what I'm doing. So the breeder seminars are held at Christchurch, Invercargill and Cambridge. There's going to be a large, for the New Zealand guys, there's going to be a large Australian contingent over there. Harasta Trotters, I have their hat on. Louise Toolman is going to be over there, so she will be there. And also, obviously, Woodlands are going to be there, plus Lower Long Farms, Kath McIntosh will be across there as well. So these breeding seminars are getting bigger and bigger. I think it's something we should be doing here in Australia. I will put the pressure on a few people that you can go there, hear from all the stud masters, hear what stallions are going to stand on, hear other things, get to sit down with people and go from there. Christchurch on Sunday, thanks Cam. And then I think it finishes, Cambridge is at the end of the week. I think it's a Friday. Tuesday, Invercargill. Cam's doing a great job. Thursday, Cambridge. So, yep. So Sunday, Christchurch, Invercargill on the Tuesday and Cambridge on the Thursday. And I think well done to you guys in New Zealand. Terrific breeding seminar. So people, like-minded people can get there, chew a bit of fat, discuss a few things, and yeah, be very, very exciting to get the message out there. So thank you very much for that, Cam. While I will get back to those messages, guys, I promise. While we're going here, though, with the Harasta Trotters, of course, Etienne, son of Tomoko, won another group race the other day in France. So he's doing a very, very good job. Won 2 races. There was only 7 races at Menangle last Tuesday, which is interesting in itself. But the Yabby Dam team also won with, they had a win with the Best Madrid, or Right Moves by the Best Madrid. And then in the next race, Gunner, who was by Quakerjet. Quakerjet's had a good run. Mickey Barbie was on there before. His little Quakerjet Quake Proof. He won a couple of weeks ago as well. So they're going very, very good. But the other one I will like to give a little bit of a rap to here is Orlando Vici, sire of Olivici, for Chris Lang. And I reckon this is a great story for harness racing, that Chris Lang, who's a very decorated horse person, is going to put this horse into the Inter-Dominion, which I think is just terrific. For have a 4-year-old, the intrigue and the mystery about it, I think it's going to be just super exciting. I reckon then the year after he's thinking about travelling. So the run that Olivici is probably going to take some people on. I think, strap in, start following this horse. He's going to be a lot of fun, Olivici. He's a horse. He's a horse with a bit of a future, and yeah, I'm really, really keen on him. And I think people should follow him. He's got a lot of excitement about him, that's for sure. And thank you very much to my sponsors, Harassed Trotters, and everyone else that gets involved. I really, really do appreciate everything there. Back to Stacey Towers here. We've got quite a few comments that have come in afterward. Thanks, Paul. A lot of drivers get to over 100 winners in a season. Just taken me a bit longer. Stace, I've driven over 100 winners, and that's it. I drove 101, so don't sell yourself short. I think that's one of the big things we do in this industry. Too many people sell ourselves short. Yep, there's a lot of guys out there that drive 100 winners a season. There's a lot of guys out there that drive one, Stace. So well done to you. You're not a full-time driver. You don't pack up and go to every race meeting, and it's a mighty, mighty achievement. So I'm going to give you one more plug there, Stace. I think I didn't do too bad a job on the graphics, so I think well done to you going there, and you got to win with that little horse. I forget his name. I don't know what. I can't remember his name of that you race at Cobden that ran second. We need that horse to win soon too. But doing a great job with Fire and Grace. Stace and Easter, which is Fire and Grace, are definitely champions in our eyes. So happy and proud of them both. So you should be, Blanche. And I love that. And I think well done to everyone. So, yep, good stories going there. No, Timmy White? No, none of those birthday cards were from Cam. I'm still waiting on his present. He promises me one. But, yeah, no, none at all. I decided I'd embrace it. It's the birthday. Sometimes I don't like birthdays, but I've really enjoyed this one. So I don't know why, but it's just a little bit of fun. Sue Vandenveen. Okay, I know Sue Vandenveen. Hello, Sue. Has joined in as well. So please get involved. Nellie Melba, hello to you, Nellie. We've got a bit of a Barrostock competition for you, Nellie, and .G. I reckon you guys will be keen on that. We'll get to that in a minute, but I do at the minute. I've got to get rid of Cam. I need me little switcher. Mark Lee's there. Hello, Mark. How was Darwin? Hope you didn't get too big of a suntan. And I'm imagining you got to pay for it now. You're going to have to work your backside off and try and, I suppose, get to that man shed that you've been trying to get built too. So good luck to you there, Mark. You got plenty to do. From there, yeah, Cambrai, the mail is always very, very slow. That's for sure. There it is. There, I've got to change things up. Nutrient. We'll get rid of Cambray's little vote one for Cambrai. We'll bring it back up. Don't worry about that. Nutrient Equine, though, they have got their sales series coming up, so it's open now to register for all the sales. With the exception of Bathurst, is not quite open just yet, but it will be open very, very soon. So make sure you keep an eye on that. Em, if you're still watching, you'll tell me when Bathurst opens, because I didn't look that up. I have all these things, good intentions, and just forget a lot of them. So to enter for all the sales, which is Sydney, Melbourne and Brisbane, and got that site there. Sydney on the 4th and 5th of March, Queensland on the 11th and 12th of March, and then Melbourne on the 1st and 2nd of April. Make sure you just go to the website down the bottom there at nutrienequine.com.au. 2nd of August for Bathurst, they're open. Okay, they opened yesterday. So good day that 2nd of August, Em. I tell you, you should have probably made it the 3rd. There was too many people, had too much going on the 2nd of August. They were looking forward to my birthday party. That didn't happen. So so they're open now. So that is for the Bathurst, the inaugural Nutrient Bathurst Sale, which will be conducted on Sunday the 19th at the Bathurst Harness Racing Club, and really looking forward to that. So the Gold Crown Yearling Sale, 19th of March. Entries are now open for that as well. They don't close for a little bit later, and might be able to put that in onto the feed as well, and go from there. And don't forget the Queensland Sale with the inaugural Brisbane Sales at the Magic Millions complex on the Gold Coast, the 11th and 12th of March. Really, really looking forward to that. Hopefully I'm going to be there. He's a hard man to knock down, Mr. Barton, I must say. He doesn't give much away, but hopefully I will be there and be able to have a bit of fun. And he might have the Nutrient Challenge on his hands. He might have to have oysters and champagne. Mark Hughes still hasn't given up on that one, missing out on those one night just because he wasn't there. So that's a full wrap of the Nutrient Equine Sales Series and races coming up. 25th of November they close for Bathurst. Thank you very much, Em. So Bathurst Sale, as I said, is on the 19th of March. Entries are open now, but they don't close until the 25th of November. So all the other sales are open for a month. You've got plenty of time to get in there, but contact the guys at nutrienequine.com.au. You can go to that website. You can even, if you have troubles, you can get the guys on the phone, Emyo, Mark Barton, and they will answer all your calls. And I know Barto's out doing the rounds at the minute, calling into a lot of the studs and that. So if you want to hear from him, you might want to meet up with him, give the guys a yell and go from there. I reckon that's a huge idea, and I reckon Woodlands would be in like fling, Em. You wouldn't believe that. Mark Hughes sees that. He will be in like fling, oysters and champagne Christmas party. So that'll be a cracker. Just had to make sure we make sure people are aware that you've got to vote one for Cambrai, all my Kiwi friends. Get in there and vote for Cambrai. But yeah, big rap for Nutriment. As I said, the guys at Mataranka are there from Wagga. Plenty going on in the nutrient scene. It's ever evolving. There's more and more sales. So get involved and go to nutrienequine.com.au or contact the guys there, but the phone numbers are there. It's very, very straightforward. But if you have any queries, that's the idea. So give the guys there a call. I've got my nutrient hat on. Not sure what I'm going to do now. I've got a funny feeling. I've got to do something up here. I was going to go and change an ad, but I had to do something else first. So we'll go to this one. I might actually go back to that first because it'll make it a bit easier when I come back.
Woodland Stud takes pride in their involvement in the industry, both on and off the track, supporting harness racing through sponsorship from grassroots to feature racing, giving breeders access to world-class stallions who go on to produce world-class racehorses, selling progeny at sales from some of Australasia's strongest families. Harness racing is our passion, and we will continue to strive for greatness. Your success is our success. Share the dream with Woodland Stud.
Thank you very much, Nellie Melba, for wishing me a birthday. As I said, Woodland's great supporters of Campbell's comments have been pretty much since its inception, and I really appreciate everything that they do for me, including putting silly photos of me up to tell everyone it was my birthday yesterday, because he missed out to the day before because he was sunning himself in Tasmania. That is Mark Hughes, of course, that I am talking about. I have got it. It's there. I need my other thing going. Sorry, Ken, but you're going to get blocked out for a little bit with the Woodlands banner, because it's a Woodlands update that we're doing now. Their stallion roster is out for this season. 7 stallions, 5 in New Zealand, 2 in Australia. Of course, they are American Ideal and Lather Up, standing at Lower Long Farms, and I've got a little bit to get onto there with these guys. But American Ideal standing for $12,100 plus GST, and Lather Up $4,400 as well. Better be careful on that GST component. Don't quote me on that, because I might have got that one wrong, but they are the prices there. You can get in touch with Mark Hughes on his phone number, which is 0451 650 707, 0451 650 707, or contact him at mark@woodlandstud.co.nz. And the New Zealand sires there: Better's Delight, Down by the Seaside, Speeding Spur, Sweet Lou, and What the Hill. $27,500, $11,000, $1,100, $10,000 and $7,700. That is the roster for the Woodlands draft for next year. Galen McKinnon is in there. Your son's going to feature a little bit later on as well, because he had a winner during the week. I saw Galen. Tony Chibnall, good galloping man. Might have to get some more gallopers onto this show. That'd be fun. Then I'd be going all day. I don't want to miss the 2-year-old. There's an interesting little 2-year-old going around at Melton very, very shortly. They are lining up, so if you want to watch that race, I'll let you skip away, but you will miss a lot of the important stuff for Woodlands. One of the fun things that I found the other day, actually, with Woodlands was that they had Better's Delight. I was doing Bendigo last Saturday night. I'm actually doing Bendigo Friday night, that anyone wants to know and wants to watch Trot's Vision. I'm riding solo, so it'll be a similar sort of scene to today. but going all night, but at least I can talk about the races, and the races will be on, so I'll be able to come up for some air there, but we're going to have some special guests on as well. 15 individual runners Betters the Light had at the Bendigo meeting just recently, so which is just enormous amount of runners that he actually had there on the day. So 2-year-olds are moving up. Dangerous is your favourite, a son of Sweet Lou. Good that I've got the Woodlands going on. 1 start for 1 win for the Sandersons, drawn inside the second line. Probably the only query is the 1 is a first starter by Guaranteed, actually. Does a great job, Guaranteed, I reckon, from a limited book of horses, but having his first start. So be an interesting little race. I'll keep you posted as they are going around. But Mark Hughes is going to Perth next week. So anyone from Perth that's watching, don't get a lot of interaction from the people from Perth, so you never know. We might have to chase a little bit of that up. But we need, I need some more people from Perth. But Mark will be in Perth for 4 days, I believe. So make sure you get in touch with him. And if you are there, you want to know any of the queries about some of these horses. Of course, here in Australia, we've got Stallion Limit. So Down by the Seaside and Sweet Lou are fully booked. My Kiwi friends that are thinking about who to go to breed from, be aware they're fully booked here in Australia. So your yearling sales and your yearling sales, they'll be highly sought after, because a lot of people can't get a Seaside or a Down by a Sweet Lou at the minute here in Australia. So be very, very keen forward planning, I reckon. So, and we will get to the NZB yearling draft in a second. And also great to see the Horsham Stallion tender is on again this year with What the Hill going to be the stallion. So commitment to the people that are very committed to Woodlands. They've been long-term sponsors there at Horsham. Tony and the guys have done a terrific job, and they are going to continue that sponsorship, so there'll be a stallion tender. So I will be bringing in plenty of that when that comes to light as well. Lee Sutton is on there as well. Hello to you, Leroy. I haven't seen you for a week or two and been driving winners, so it's very, very good to see. Not sure who's steering Joyful out in front. I'll probably miss too much of this race as we go, but Brett Lilly, Greg Sugars is on, took off. Charged the arm, hasn't won a race, I don't think, this horse. So I'm going to miss the end of it if I'm not careful, because I'm trying to wait for this to update. And it doesn't want to. There it is. Oh, it's an Always Be Mickey out of Joyful Joy. We will go back and I'll quickly see if I can't get the last 50 to 100 metres. The two favourites are side by side here. Joyful's under pressure though, and I'd like to be on Dangerous, the son of Sweet Lou. He is dead set travelling with 200 metres to go. Wayne Potter's horse. It is getting home like a train here. Ryan Sanderson, he's got it all under control. Very, very impressive. 2 from 2 for the son of Sweet Lou. Timing can be everything. Anyone would think I worked that part out there, but very, very impressive win there for the Sandersons. Dangerous, of course, by Sweet Lou, and he is owned by the Birchett boys. I just want to see his breeding. I'm not sure whether he was bought from the sales or they bred him in themselves. No, he was bought from the sales out of Ark Munro. He was a Harshall's investment. So the Lowry boys have raced many a good horse over the years, and they may have themselves another one. So he won at Hamilton, going 55.9, and then he's just won there again. I won't get to see the times because I'm not on that other screen of Trots Vision, because it just clutters up a bit when I try to do this platform. So I'm only on the tote screen. So you might have a look in a little while. The times might pop up, but very, very impressive. And they're having a good run. Ryan Sanderson's having a great run, actually. So well done to all of the guys there. So just trying to see if this, we'll be able to give you a couple of little updates when this one comes. So it's a driving double for Ryan Sanderson. He ran last in the first race. Sorry for the laugh, Ryan, but he ran last in the first race, and he's come out and won the next two. So the guys at Charlton and the Charlton Harness Racing Club, as I say, get involved with those guys as well, for plenty going on there. While I've got the Woodlands banners and the rest up, because as I say, they stand horses in conjunction with Kath McIntosh at Lower Long Farms in over there at Kyabram. Now, Kath is having a stallion parade, so we want people to be able to, on the 4th of September, Lower Long Farms is having a stallion parade. Email Lower Long Farms at NR Equine. It'll pop across the bottom there. NREquine.com.au. No, It's an email, so it's just nrequine.com, I think is how it goes. Anyway, I'll tell you in a sec when it comes across, because I did copy it word for word, .au. So to get in touch with them, reservations are essential because they want to cater for numbers. So you can see there it's going to be hosted by Dan Malecki. That didn't work really well. We'll see if it goes better the second time. It did work very well the second time. So I'm not sure that's actually wasn't working properly, but make sure you can get involved with Lower Long Farms there, nrequine.com.au, or the phone number 5852 2845 to make reservations. 78 Grey Road. I actually said Union Road today. I'll be in trouble from CAF, but it's not far. You'll find both. There's no problems there. But 78 Grey Road, Kyabram, very, very easy to find. And make sure you register your intent to be there. Father's Day, Dan Malecki and myself will be interviewing plenty of people. Dan will be the MC. Mark Hughes and John Coffey will be showcasing the stallions and talking about the stallions as they go along. Make sure you get involved. It's going to be great fun. A lot of band, a lot of fun. Cam Bray will be there, and a few of the other people that are always around that farm. I'm just trying to find where is that photo. No, wrong one. It's this one. Vote one for Cambrai. Don't forget to vote one for the Cambrai as well. So we need to get him on the board. I haven't got a lot of Kiwis on here at the minute, Cam. So they're all Australians, but they're going from there. Right, going to leave that ticker going there. But Donna Castles is there, and I'm going to have an interview with Donna Castles going forward. Michelle Nisbet, she's working this a beauty. She sent me a photo. I'll get to that in a sec, Michelle. I've got lots going on here. Something tells me Donna sent it to me through Messenger, not through text message. Well, looks, yes, there it is there. There we are, righto. So Pacing for Pink, and I don't have a banner up, and I should have had, raised $140,000. 140,500. Yeah, that's how it works. 140,500 for Pacing for Pink. So while Donna's on there, I must say congratulations and well done to her and everyone else that's involved in that. And there is a tribe of people, and I think it's just an immaculate job. So well done. Tune into Trot's Vision about 8 o'clock. I think I had Donna is going to come on. So Trot's Vision tomorrow night, just after the driver's interview, about 8 o'clock on Friday night. That'll be. She will be getting there and she will be getting involved. I'm just going to try and get, if I can. That won't work. Hang on one sec. We've got to keep doing things. I have to keep doing things. That's how I do the show. So don't worry too much. It can be very random. Oh, I don't know if my Kiwi friends are still on. While Daniel Hibbert, if you're listening, I will get to you in a sec. I've just got a few issues because unfortunately, I don't know why that won't connect. Having a few issues getting my podcaster and my phone to talk. Now they're talking. Okay, I can get Daniel Hibbert on, and we will get him on right now before I go to an ad, so we won't worry too much. Hopefully he's there anyway. Not sure. I can't hear him. He is there. For some reason, that's not going through the podcaster, and I'm not sure why. It should be, because it was going through it, and then now it won't go through it. The joys of technology. So, are you there now, Daniel? He's there now. Can you hear me, mate?
I got you.
Very good. Sorry about that. Not sure what happened then. I had a couple of glitches, but eventually we got you. Firstly, welcome back, mate.
Hey?
Welcome back.
Yeah, pleasure to be back on the show. It's nice to get a call up once again. It's waiting for the phone to ring and you don't ring, and you think you're on the outer, but it's good to be back.
Oh, that's harsh. That's harsh. You think I'd left you high and dry. I was getting around to it, and I thought, I better send him a message and just see what he's up to. And luckily I did. How's the greyhounds today at Bendigo?
Yeah, good meeting. It wasn't too cold, actually. It was rather mild there this afternoon, but just really good restricted restricted event today, and good racing, and building to a couple of meetings over the next couple of days. So one on Friday and Saturday as well. So I'll be back over here to call them as well.
Absolutely. I don't know if you're aware of this, Daniel. I've got a bit going on here with the guys. With the guys from NZB. We're mounting a political coup, I suppose, or a political promotion for Cambrai. So all I've done, I've just got to get his photo back up. I just put a photo up there. I keep hitting the wrong button. I haven't got my usual setup tonight either, Daniel. I'm not happy. I've had a technical issue with a few things, and it's got me a little bit house hard. It's got to be a bit tricky. But Cambrai, we've got to vote one for him to get onto the board at New Zealand. Now, there is an issue. We've got to be a member of a club in New Zealand. But so, anyway, so I've been having a little bit of fun with it. But Joe Pace has been pretty keen to get himself a cap. And he hasn't been able to get a cap. So now he's worked out that if he votes one for Cambrai, he will get a... sorry, mate, I've got to turn you down a bit. My man that looks after me is telling me, so that's good. He'll get a hat as well. So if you vote one for Cambrai, you get a hat as well, mate. So he's going to be over here soon too.
He's buying votes, is he?
Hey,
is he buying votes by giving out merchandise?
He's doing whatever he can. Michael House is on board there. He says, "Is Donald Bray on here campaigning for votes?" I'm his campaign manager, Michael House. Don't you worry about that. So Gayleen McKinnon, she might be able to put a vote in for him. That's for sure. So there's plenty going on behind the scenes. This is as random a show as I've ever done, mate. I think so. I don't know if you've seen me set. I've got the hats up.
I did see that. I just had a quick gander before. I thought it was someone's been busy, and setting up. That's what you've sort of needed for about the last 2 years. But good to see that it's finally come to a head. You've got something showing all your headwear off.
I've been, in all fairness, been googling and looking and how to do it, and it's stainless steel pegs that cost $2 for 20, and $3 worth of black chain. And a bit of fishing line. It's just ridiculous. You get on and Google how to hang a hat on the internet, and they'll $100. I think Marie found one day that was $500, like a hat rack. It was just ridiculous. I'm like, this is getting out of control. So anyway, we got it all going and got it up there. Michael House, pray for Bray. That's his campaign slogan. So it's getting a bit random, but that's okay. Talk about random. I've got some photos. There's a lot of stuff I can do, Daniel. You know that. I try and push the envelope and do things a little bit differently, and I'm just got to try and get a couple of things up and ready to go, because if I hit the wrong button, I get into trouble. I did that last week. I don't know if you saw last week's episode, but I put up something I shouldn't have put up. It was actually the race, but that's okay. You don't worry about those things. No, I got it off reasonably quick. I think it was only half the race they saw, but that's all right. So last week, Louise Toolman sent me a photo of a sheep having a lamb. So this week, she sends me this one, which is one sheep that's had 5 lambs. Now, I reckon that's pretty good.
What, at once?
Yeah, there's a picture on the thing right now. She's had 5 lambs at once, and I've seen a video. Louise has sent me a video since. So Louise Toolman, who is running her Asta Trotters, is going to New Zealand. She'll be able to get some pointers on how to raise a sheep, that's for sure, over there. Anyway, so I don't know what's going on, but young Timmy White, who's sitting back watching right at the minute in his bed with his slippers on and probably a nice cup of hot cocoa, he sends me this photo of another sheep with 2 in a box, because it's a bit colder down on the South Island. There's no problems there at all. So I'm getting all these photos of the sheep coming through me feed. So then Louise Toolman sends me this one and says, "How cute's this?" And there's another one there with a black legs and a black head. So there's these people, they're trying to change On Loose Lines now to becoming a sheep show. I should have gone to the big sheep show in Bendigo just the other day.
That's 5 in one go. That's that'd be world record stuff, doesn't it?
It would. I find it very, very funny that all of a sudden they're sending me sheep photos, which is really, really cool. And I will get on to Michelle Nisbet's in a second, because it's good as well, because there's plenty going on there at Wedderburn. And anyway, we'll get to that. But at Melton, that 2-year-old Dangerous by Sweet Lou, 155.7. Thank you, mother, for the rabbits, and 57.1 last half. Thank you very much, Matthew Cooper, for that. Pretty impressive times for the unbeaten son of Sweet Lou. I don't know if you saw it at all, but
I just saw sort of the first lap, and then I was getting in the car and heard that I was just leaving the caller's box when they crossed the line, and yeah, it did look pretty impressive. So, judging by those times, I think that there's a fair bit of potential there to work with.
Yeah, there definitely is, and good luck to the boys. As I said, the guys that own that horse, the Lowrys and that from Birchip, mate. You'd have a fair understanding of those guys.
I would indeed.
One of the funniest stories I know is when they came home from Ellie Loves It, one of her first MO in Melbourne, and there was bits of clothing. The closer you got to Donald, there was more and more bits of clothing coming off out of the bus. I believe they may have nearly all got naked by the time they got back to Birchip. So there was a fair bit going on there.
Isn't it what goes on tour stays on tour?
Oh yeah, but no, that was common knowledge. They weren't real smart. They were throwing shirts out that said "Ellie Loves It Wins" or something like that. Like, it wasn't like no one knew where the clothing was coming from. So they weren't totally smart. That was a long time ago. No, Michael House, I am married. There's no chance of me putting shoe nails in the wall. That won't be happening. The dollar sign is because it cost me $5. That I think I've done okay. Timmy White's got icebergs floating past his house. That's why the sheep is in the box. I'm looking forward to getting to the South Island in a few months, Cam. But Daniel. But I'm not that keen on it right at the minute by the sounds. It is very, very cold. And Peter Ramirio, he also thinks to build one out of horseshoes. Oh yeah, but then I've got to weld. And I know how good I weld, so it's very, very overrated. While we're talking Cambrai and New Zealand and everything that's going on there, I don't have it. I don't think I have what I need to have, which is pretty... Oh, no, I do. Look at that. Oh, but it's under you. Okay, bad luck. The NZB hat is on, and the sign's going up there. So their sales entries have closed. They have 400 plus horses entered. Last year they had 420, and it's about the same figure, which is really good. Daniel, it's important that the numbers stay the same or build on both sides of the ditch. And their sale dates, and I will get a banner put up for these, but they are February 19, 20, 21, 22. You can stay at Karaka at the Hilton on course before the 19th, and it will book out pretty quickly, and it's a lot of fun to stay there. So if you are thinking about going to the NZB sales in February, make sure you book and get involved there with the Hilton. A lot of fun. Had a ball with the weanling sales, and it'll be just as much fun going forward with the yearling sales. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a big couple of months actually. So I suppose you want to come, do you, Daniel?
Oh, well, if it's free. You've got to get something for nothing.
Yeah, no, indeed. Michael House, he stayed at the Hilton with me too. He's a regular. He's becoming a good contributor tonight. Michael House, Cambrai. I think it's past his bedtime. He has gone to bed. I might leave the NZB hat on just for the minute, Daniel, and just with the guys from Wedderburn. Michelle Nisbet sent me this. Have you seen the photos and the pictures on social media about Wedderburn and the pulling down of it?
Yeah, I did see the judge's box on its way to Matsoa. So
yep.
I did actually get into that judge's tower at the last meeting there when I was doing trot switching for, I think it was a cup meeting, and knew it was sort of going to be one of the last times that they were going to use it. But yeah, it's good to see that it hasn't gone to waste. It's not certainly not the newest tower by any stretch of the imagination, but certainly from memory I don't think Matsoa's a fantastic tallest box or judge's box by any means, so I'm sure they'll be able to make that really work over there.
No. Joe Pace wants me to take him to New Zealand. Michael House is saying Cam's got no stamina once a cafe bar shuts. Cam's like me, he's a soak Daniel doesn't drink, but he does drink a lot of coffee. I can tell you that. He drinks a power of coffee. So I've got a picture on there. Anyone that the New Zealand guys haven't been, there's a lot of people wouldn't have been to New Zealand, to Wedderburn. The grandstand's gone. It was a unique grandstand, wasn't it, Daniel? You had to walk sort of on a side because it was on the side of a hill, and the hill was a little bit crookedy, and the grandstand was built accordingly. But it's all changed. It's going to be a huge upgrade in the near future. It is really starting to take place now.
Yeah, it's all sort of a real sloped area. And, the administration and the dining room building sort of all built into the side of the sort of the slope. So you certainly didn't want to be having a few drinks and being at the end of the afternoon and trying to leave the place because you're fair chance you're going to fall over trying to leave Wedderburn. But it's looking forward to the what the new setup looks like and how it comes up, particularly for the trots, but certainly the footy and the netball and everything else that goes on at the ground there.
Yeah, for people that aren't aware, they're building, I suppose a Charlton-like sporting complex. I think it'll be a little bit differently, but it's what they do in a lot of these smaller communities, which is good because I've been watching just recently, Daniel. There's a huge talk about football teams not being able to stand up and the likes, and this embrace into the community is something I've been banging on about for a long, long time, and I think it's important to keep our industry as part of a community, and to be a part of the community, you've got to have shared premises and getting involved with each other. I think it's a great idea myself, and very easy to do. So Abby Diadema I'm going to go with, one at Redcliffe just then. That's the widest I've ever seen a horse, Daniel. Grant Dixon was literally buying the hot dogs and putting the sauce on, and he still managed to get across there. I think he's 12.
Was it wider than Christian at Kilmore?
He's touching the outside fence. He can't go any wider.
Yeah.
That's wider, but yeah. When was that? When was Chris the other day?
Chris was at Kilmore the other day, and I think there was a photo of that posted on Twitter as well of the photo of he crossing the line, and he drifted straight out the outside rail, and basically any further he was on the Gallops track.
Oh well.
But he won, so it didn't really matter.
Further for Mark Watson to walk. Now, Michelle. No, I haven't got that. I did have those photos, but I haven't at all. But he'll be happy to walk that far, Michelle, because he'll be going up there to sit in the air-conditioned comfort. So he'll be happy. That is Mark Watson, of course, he was from Mildura, I think, initially, was he? Not sure. Someone will tell me. I'll probably have it wrong. Don't know. I don't know it at all. Daniel, while I've got you, I have to announce a competition, and it's great to have... Oh, wrong hat. This hat's a bit tight on the old noggin, but it fitted. Don't you worry about that. I can fit them, Joe. Don't you worry about that. But it was a little bit tight. I'll give you that. I'm trying to find my thing now. Oh, there it is there for Bathurst. Bathurst baby pictures. So they're having a competition, Bathurst are. Enter your favourite foal photo. So go to the website, favourite foals. Make sure you put the S on it. .com.au, and you're going to win a voucher worth $3,000 for Bathurst baby pictures. And it is Australia-wide, and it is all breeds are able to enter. And basically, the Bathurst team, with you every step, that's supplying it nutritional advice and specialities. I've had a great association myself with the guys at Bathurst. Dreaming a relaxing break, busy foaling season, special guests. So one foal photo, a video will be selected by Bathurst each week as the foal of the week. Finalists will feature in a competition website where people can vote, and the owner of Australia's favourite foal will receive a travel voucher worth $3,000. So plenty of other incentives there as well. So make sure you click on that site and go to favouritefoals.com.au. It is breeding season is upon us, so we want people to be able to get involved and get the pictures going from there and get that up. I got a man that helps me do stuff, and he is teasing me right now. I know exactly what he is doing, And yeah, we've got some exciting developments happening shortly with Campbell's comments in the near future. And he shouldn't do that, Daniel, should he? I'm easily sidetracked on these sorts of things.
You've been sidetracked for the last 40 minutes.
Oh, yeah, but that's what I do. Lee Sutton, I just looked at Lee Sutton and he's written Broken Hill, but now I know what that is. That's where Mark Watson come from.
There you go.
There you are. So I was like, what is Lee on about? But no, people know what I'm on about. Mate, this is it's the number one online harness racing talkback show, Australia and New Zealand, and I reckon even in England now, with Stuart Tanner on. I think, we're breaking new ground here, mate. We're getting the message.
Global and trending.
Hey?
Global and trending.
What I might have to do is put a thing out. I'll get a campaign going for On Loose Lines Live and do it that way. And get it out there from there. So go that way. Little one, while some of the Kiwi guys are actually on too, Brad Reed the other day, well done. He got down on one knee. Daniel, he proposed to his partner and she was extremely happy, but they caught it on from what I can gather, it's like an escape room. You must have to go there and solve the puzzles, and when you solve the puzzles you get out of them, so it must be a little bit of New Zealand fun. They do things differently in New Zealand, we know that, and so it must be a little bit of that sort of fun anyway, but they have cameras in there, and so Brad's got down on the one knee and they've caught it all on camera, and I think she was happy. She sort of jumped up and down and then she went and stood against the wall for a minute and then she came back and gave him a cuddle, so I reckon it was a good result. But I think well done to him. He's recently left Harness Racing New Zealand and has now gone to I got people sidetrack me easy. He's gone to work for Harness Link actually. So well done to Brad, and he was very heavily tied up. He was tied up in that breeding seminar they got in New Zealand. To be fair, competition from harness racing shows in England is pretty weak. Alex, I think she's underplaying me here, Daniel. She's trying to say that I don't have a lot of competition in England. I think that's harsh.
Well, if there's no competition, we are number one.
Absolutely. And then Sue Vandenveen says that Lisa Miles is in England, so she'll be watching. So that'll be two. So I've got Stuart Tanner and Lisa Miles. I don't think there'd be any other harness racing show in England that's got that many people watching. So
I wouldn't have thought so.
No, I wouldn't have either. What else have you got on, mate, before you get to that dreaded area where it starts to get a little bit choppy?
Yeah, well, looking forward to, obviously there was a big announcement last week with regards to the Melbourne Cup, the Greyhounds, and the big increase in prize money across that carnival, the November period where the Top Guns over at the Meadows and then the Cup Carnival at Sandown, $1 million pool for the final of the Melbourne Cup, which is going to be awesome. Really looking forward to calling that week or that series, and thrilled that there's some big prize money up for grabs for the dogs as well in those good races. And obviously tomorrow night we've got the heats of the National Sprint Series at Sandown. The 4 heats there have probably got the best current, apart from a couple. There's probably not too many that are not running tomorrow night that you class as really, really top dogs. So looking forward to Sandown Park tomorrow night.
There's a little bit going on actually with the media in England too, with the in New South Wales. It's becoming a little bit like Victoria and New South Wales and the thoroughbreds, a bit disjointed too, which is a touch of a worry. New deal's been done with GRV and it's affected GR New South Wales, so hopefully they can nip that in the bud and people are able to just go to one spot and be able to watch all their greyhound races.
Yeah, there's a lot of things playing out at the moment that are really in different aspects of all three coasts. Like you obviously have had the announcements today from Racing New South Wales about their increases to prize money and also money on infrastructure and stuff like that as well. Well, it's great to have the announcement with regards to the infrastructure, but why the hell did you do it maybe 3 years ago when all the tracks were absolutely stuffed and needed work then, and your city track was absolutely useless throughout winter? And I know that they've had bucket load of rain and everything, but seriously, if they had better drainage, there could have been a lot better races for them. So it just seems to me at the moment there's a lot of one-upmanship going on where they're all trying to be better than everybody else. And I don't think that does any good to anybody, and the participants are the ones that put the show on. And, if it's just all these big wigs trying to promote themselves and make their state better than the other states, well, it does no good for racing across the country. And it's just, there's got to be a tipping point. I reckon that from a Gallup's point of view in particular, they're spending so much money and pumping so much money into prize money and stuff like that, and it can't be an endless bucket of money, and it's going to get to the point where I think it's going to tip, and it's going to affect them, which means it's going to affect the other codes as well. So I just worry about where they're heading in, particularly New South Wales. I just can't see it as being sustainable.
No, it does worry me a little bit. I agree with you, and that's why I said it's a little bit disjointed. There was, so people aren't aware, there was 2 greyhound race meetings in Victoria on the same time, so they needed to make way. So Richmond, which has always been on a Friday night, and they had a Group 1 race as well, and they were bumped to Sky 2, which was a worry. So instead of going to Sky 2, they actually Ladbrokes come to the fore, and actually they televised the show. So
and just on that too, you're talking about the race times, and it happens today, and it seems to happen. Well, it happens a lot on a Wednesday. There was races that so we had greyhound racing at Bendigo today with the Meadows. The back end of the Meadows meeting in the race, and our meeting at Bendigo, which started off and had the trots at Maryborough, and we had a race at Bendigo. Had a race at the Meadows, Maryborough, and the Bendigo, all in the space of 4 minutes.
Yep. So it's never.
And it's just not right. But yet Sydney, New South Wales racing will be spread across so that it gets prime coverage. There's got to be that's got to be looked at. It's no good for anybody cramming all the better races, the better product during the week against each other. It's just stupid.
No, couldn't agree more. I don't. Yeah, it is a little bit of a. It is a bit of a worry as they're getting ready for the first at Ballarat. The 7 is $1.50. Crystal Bale at $1.55. So it should be winning. I can do this all night, Daniel. You know that, don't you? I can just have all that. We've got Greg Fazzinato. Caught up with Greg the other day. Great hello to you, Greg. Stacey Towers is still watching. Stace might want a picture back up. Daniel, I might have to put Stace's picture back up because I think what did you think of that? It's enormous, isn't it?
Yeah, it's good. Really good. Really good performance.
I think she said something there about people, can drive 100 in a season. Jack Law, he actually drove 100 in a season just recently, and just the other day. So well done to him, Jack, as well. But I think it's a great effort by Stace to drive 100 winners. And I think well done. I will say Crystal Bale's pretty good, Daniel, because it missed the kick. I thought it's got no chance, and it's won by a length and a bit easing down for Marky Delbridge. So yeah, it's got a bit of a future, that's for sure. So Cobbity Lodge. Race number 4, I Can Moat. I think it's your favourite. It is number 3 ahead of Nifty Jolt. And I'm not sure who the third favourite is because it's not on screen. So Ben Yole, so I Can Moat. I'm not sure what class these horses are, but that's okay. Daniel, I have got my great mate from New Zealand, Graham Hand. This is one of the things that happens when you go to these New Zealand sales. You meet some terrific people. They became good friends. He's actually commented there, nice hat rack. He's actually a Regan. Todd is his trainer, and Todd Racing's up the top, Graham. I have to apologise, but when I put my banner up, it blocks him out. But he is definitely there, so don't you worry about that. And the hats will rotate. Anyone says, we're down the bottom, and the likes, poor old Timmy White, he's put over here, Barristock down the bottom and the lovely pink number, but they will rotate. That's the beauty of all these guys telling me use horseshoe nails. How do I rotate them? It gets ridiculous. So I don't think they thought about that one too much, but that's okay. Anything else from you, mate? As I'm going to go through a bit of a quick recap of some of the weekly winners, but is there much else from you there for the week ahead?
No, not busy, but busy week. I've got Sandown obviously tomorrow. Then a couple of bits Bendigo. So busy first couple of weeks of the month, and then gets a little bit quieter for me, falling wise towards the back end of August. But really looking forward to the weather starting to warm up a bit, and the better racing coming on, and can't wait for November now after the announcements last week. But I'll keep on. I'll go back to listening to your podcast with Dan Malecki. I started listening to it on the way over to the dogs today, and I've got about an hour left to listen to it. I reckon that it might play me right after I get home.
It goes for a little while. I didn't even touch on Gordon Rothicker, any of those things. It just, there's so many things a man's achieved. He's fun. And as I said, that's one of the things, as you know, when you do Trot's Vision, it's all beer and Skittles early on in the night, but you get towards the end of the night and it can just get a little bit loose and a little bit wild. And you get to see a different side of Dan Malecki from time to time, which is really, really good. Peter Ramiro, you've got to be joking me. How am I going to get that on? Yep, I think I can get that on here. This is what he wants me to build. Or he could have sent me one. I was chasing it. Hang on. I'm going to go to this one. Don't you worry about that, Daniel. And then we'll just go bang to... Oh, no. Got to go bang to this one. Bang to that. This is what he wants. He could build me one of these, Pete could have, I reckon. Like, that's a pretty elaborate bloody hat stand that he's made there. You can't see it, obviously. That's not a hat stand. That's a headstall rack by the looks. But if I didn't know better, he sent me two lots of photos of the same thing. I would say Pete is... hopefully he didn't have anything written on that I shouldn't have been showing people, but I would say Pete's volunteering to do some hat building for me. That's hat rack building maybe, Daniel, which would be very nice of him, wouldn't it?
Very generous if he does that for you.
Mick Bellman is ICANN Motor. It's actually hit the front. It's actually stopped as soon as I said that, but he's had a great day out. Did you see the thing with the course photographer at all, Daniel?
I briefly seen parts of that, so I did see that the horse won, and there was a couple of fist bumps from the finish line, which was good to see.
Yeah, Ben Yoel taking me out race number 4 at Melton tonight with Nifty Jolt. Fair old slug up the line there for those horses there. I'm not, Michael House, I'm not even going there. I won't have open L. He's trying to tell me that this is my side of the wall and hers is the other side, and it'll be all above board. What happens if I put a nail through the wall though, Mick? What happens then? I mean, all sorts then, so don't you worry about that. So anyway, right, mate, I'll let you go. Thank you. $140,500 for the Pacing for Pink. Huge effort again for the 2022 season.
Yeah, massive effort going from strength to strength, and that's a ripping total for the McGrath Foundation.
Nah, is indeed, Daniel. I'm actually going to throw out to an ad, which I haven't got set up. I miss me little machine. My machine makes me look good, Daniel. Don't you worry about that. I can't remember what ad I just played out. I'm going to go with the Barristock one. Oh, yeah, I know which one I just did. It's all good. So don't you worry. I've got it sorted, mate. I have everything under control. Daniel,
I believe you.
Thank you very much, Daniel. And I'll catch up with you next week, but I'll probably talk to you before that.
No worries.
For every stage of your horse's career, find your edge with the Barristock Racing range of feeds.
And we're back. I have to get rid of Daniel's pictures there. And, yep, all good to go. Not that I needed to get rid of Daniel's pictures, but I wanted to get rid of those. That's for sure what I have to do. Get off that and onto this screen, because it's that time of the night where I go through, I suppose, a bit of a wrap of what has been a big week in harness racing. I don't know whether people actually enjoy it or not, but I just continue to do it. Just got to wait for me site to update and go from there. Oh, this is one of those tricky months because unfortunately it ended at the end of the month. Now we did Thursday, I'm pretty sure, because Thursday was a day meeting from memory and we were live, and don't think there was any meetings. Kilmore was on the Thursday night just gone, so maybe we didn't cover off on all of those winners. We might have covered off on a few, we may not have. I think I did cover off on Mark Buckingham. Now please just bear with me and hopefully this will work. No, that hasn't worked because that is not what I was after. Maybe that is not what I was after either. Got to find this other. There it is. There we are. I knew it was there. I just named it something very different. Must go and fix that up and get that a little bit better. Just bear with me for a sec, or you can hang up. It doesn't matter. But I'd rather you didn't. I enjoy everyone's company, and I want to see some of the winners. There'll be some people that will have had a good win during the week, so we want to be able to promote them as well. I think I'm having a few issues with my speakers, but that's okay because Daniel's gone, so I'm riding solo anyway, and we'll go from there. But that was race number 1 at Kilmore the other day, won by Shady Jess, Mark Buckingham. And now I know we did cover off on that. The Bronsons, they won as well. We covered off on there. They've had an okay week, actually. We'll get to Bendigo very shortly. Take it down, Wayne Potter, Mark Pitt of Dora, Philly by Sun Beach, somewhere out of Serenity, Franco, run race number 3. The Ellen Knight Memorial, they continue the promotion of their Memorial Days, and that'll be the race that Daniel was talking about, righteously, for Christopher Shin, where they were very, very wide. And go from there. I'm sure you do, Alex Hurley. I'll keep an eye out for your runners, though. Don't you worry about that, Alexander Hurley. Just saying to me then that she enjoys this better when she's had a winner or two. Trying to update a few things. Kian Kamikaze for the Lee Lavard group, trained by Emma Stewart. Great to see Lockie Cook getting a good drive for those guys, winning the Reg Shin Memorial. Was fortunate enough to have met Reg when he was still alive, and he was a terrific horseman. The last horse he had was a horse called Galleon by Hilarion, and he was a superstar. Mad, couldn't steer it. He finished on the outside of the track quite regularly. But very, very good horse. I wonder if Alex Hurley can agree with me there, but I'm sure she does. He was a ripping horse there. Conspirator, Taylor Nicholson and Zach Phillips winning race 6, the Bill Harding Memorial. Don't know Bill Harding, but good luck to him. Barry Alford, champion guy. I do know Barry very, very well. Great trainer. Obviously the father to Chris, but a good trainer in his own right. Good jockey as well. A lot of Kevy. John McGilvray and Ross Payne. Ross lives at the Alford farm, so he's actually won it a couple of times, I reckon, Ross too. So he'll be wrapped in that, the Barry Alford Memorial race. Charles Bell Memorial, taken out by Alpha Male. Superstar Trotter, great group of owners, bred by Dale Eastman. Saw Dale last night down the pub when I had some tea. Mark Pitt in the reins. And Glenn Bull keeps winning races, Waiting for Love. It does a great job winning the Tabway Long May We Play race number 9 there at Kilmore. That was last Thursday night. Rossi Sugars has joined in. Hello, Ross. You've come at the most stimulating time where I go through some of the winners and try and find... Actually, Ross Sugars, what about that? Didn't highlight that. I apologise. Kylie winning in South Australia with Ure Fayessa. Some people can butcher the name. I reckon I get it right. Josh Dickey's there. Josh is going to be at Bendigo going on soon too. So, but yeah, Ure Fayessa winning at Adelaide the other day. So well done to Kylie Sugars. Doesn't drive much at all anymore, and I'm sure she got a great feel. David Smith couldn't drive because he was in that nasty fall at Ballarat. So, yeah, it's great to see Kyle's going over there and getting the chockies. And, yeah, terrific story. Well, a little bit of Henry T. I was looking at that, had no idea. Winning for Kate Addard. I think Kate had an okay day at Mildura. We're at Mildura Friday. Andrew Voslick winning with a Looney. Kevin Patching trained horse. Wonder how long that horse has been up there. Sorry, Trevor Patching trained that horse. So... used to go okay around here. It does like the tight tracks. So, yep, good to see that horse up there. All the way to Royalty, Frank Marcia and Wayne Hill making the trip from South Australia. Aaron Bain, quite come on from time to time. TikTok Go, a 3-year-old filly by Rock and Roll Heaven out of Mumsy, taking out the Happy Birthday Rocky Butterworth 3-year-old. I think Rocky Butterworth is a South Australian. Either Alex Hurley or Ross Sugars will let me know that one. Polly Put the Kettle On, Aaron Bain, Wayne Hill. There's a double for both of those two gentlemen. Julie Douglas and Jack Law with Kukui Nui, taking out race 6. The Tankard Dental taken out by Guaranteed Secret. Lockie Pothrow and Neil McCallum winning with the filly by Guaranteed. I said he does a good job. Underrated stallion. Going from there, totally underrated driver. I think people might have forgotten about what an excellent driver Kylie was before she left Adelaide. Totally agree. And a great person as well, Alex Hurley. That's for sure. I'm not sure what's going on here with me feed. Something's funny because what I'm putting out, my phone's playing up on me. Sorry about that. Taktori, Andrew Voslick and Ryan Sanderson. Andrew, you've got a double then as well. Aaron Brown, Corey Johnson. Something about the best mullet in racing, I think he tried to say the other day. Good luck hanging your hat on that little one. There's a fair bit of competition out there for some of the worst haircuts going around. They've got to get with the fashion in mind. Kate Addard, I said she had a double. Bookends by the looks. Well, not close enough to it. Red Terror, Abby Sanderson with her first winner for the day. Ryan got a double with Alfio Grasso, Ryan Sanderson on Impetuous. And that's it. Only 11 races. Wow, they normally always have 12 races. Rocky Butterworth. Alex, is he a South Australian? I think he is. Does a lot of stuff now. I know that in South Australia. The Ballarat District Trotting Club 150 on Twitter. That's their Twitter handle. Space Rider. Ballarat trainers AJ and Bo Tyndale. Greg Sugars, I suppose he's a Ballarat boy too because Mooney Young's just up the road winning that race. Brad Chisholm trains and drive. He's having a rip and run. He is. Miradiro, Auckland Reactor, bred by Dean and Susan Poole. I had to say that. Blanche Poole, obviously, is more commonly known. Bred that, so they've had a good week. Daughter of Auckland Reactor, a Mustang Sassy, one sold last year for that sale. But Brad Chisholm taking the drive there. Good young man, young Brad. Taylor Nicholson, that's her second win for the week. Zach Phillips is also another underrated driver, forgotten about driver, but Dreamer's Delight. Lovely little Better's Delight horse, just little. Rocky is a South Australian involved in the Bain camp through the Ware, the Fox Syndicate. Also played footy for the Woodvale, Norwood. I have to barrack for Alex. Sorry, you're on your own there. My auntie used to barrack for the Redlegs, so that's it. Creatine got a nice winner. This was at Ballarat the other night in SK's Hollywood. Cameron Maggs, he's got a nice team of 2-year-old trotters actually at the minute. It was very impressive. This horse did watch that. David Van Ryn and Stevie G started favourite and went all right. It's interesting that they queried it. It was a good run first up. He was outside the leader. They ran good times and did a very, very good job. There was a couple of nice runs in that race, that's for sure. Mr. McClintock for Mick Stanley got up to the front and run. Two Socks Creek looked like he had him beat, but no. Mr. McClintock fought deep, the son of American Ideal. Aliens Exist, Andy Gaff and Kate Gaff beating Muckenbar Diva for Justin Lane, but I know they were very, very happy. Susan, Sarah, you don't go by the S, Blanche. I could change it up anytime I want. Obviously it was Sarah Poole, but they've had a good night. I better be careful, I'll get into trouble. Chris Finozio, he's had a double. Ruslan, Ross Payne, he's had 2 winners for the week as well. One way about doing this, you find out who's having few winners. She's a Pleasure. I reckon this is the second week in a row I've mentioned this horse for the patterns. David Aiken and Josh Aiken as well. Couple of nice little trotters going around there. There's 2 more races. Might be 3 more races actually. It was a big night of racing at Ballarat the other night. Cumier by Village Mystique, son of Love You, Anton Galino and Nathan Jack winning there. That was race number 9. Race 10 was taken out by Sergio's Rocket in a Walker Fest. We were actually in the race and they went very, very slow. A couple of horses got pulling very hard, but another Daughter of American Ideal out of a Better's Delight. So looking after my sponsors, yes, I do that. And Aldebaran Huey won race number 11, beating Shawnee. It was a race build of the 2 names, Shawnee and Malecki. But Aldebaran Huey spoiled the party and went terrific, actually. Shawnee almost got there. He galloped and done a few things wrong, having his first start for the Harasta Trotters stable, Yabbydam Farms stable. He's got a bit of a future. He was born in America and came out here with his mum. So, yeah, they went very, very slow. 34-2, 33-8. So what's that? A 68. You never see that at all. Down the back in 32-1 and then zipped home in 28-4. So it was an interesting little race. I'm not sure how you go with getting form out of that, but it could be interesting. I was fortunate enough, I worked Bendigo the overnight on Trots Vision, so should know most of the winners, hopefully. Desi G, great little winner. Sweet Lou, Laura Crosland, interesting horse. I don't know whether he goes better for the ladies or how it works, but he was terrible the week before for Cody, but jumps out of the ground for Mum the week after, so he was terrific. Olivici, I've spoken about him. He's an excitement machine, bred by Kevin Chapman in New Zealand. Who's the man? Zarem Nelson, nice races, runs there. Parisian Artiste, good run, much better run, even though beaten 12 metres. He's not far off. He was very, very big, and he'll get better for that, that's for sure. Excitement machine. Hi, my name is Jeff. High speed. Look at those last two quarters, 27.6, 27.7. She was a long straight. Mark Pitt reckons he had it all under control. I reckon she was a long straight for him. I reckon he would have been a bit nervous, but it went good. Ian Stanley trained. Rack 'em Up Tiger Pie was terrific. He's not far away, knocking on the door now to win a race. Line Up, Mighty Flying Up, Better Be the Bomb, and Torrid Saint. You can see there, 3.7 metres he was beating Torrid Saint. Great finish. Good race. Good to see the old horses getting better and better. Petulant for Emma Stewart and Mark Pitt. Clayton Tonkin messaged me through the night and said that the horse has been having trouble with tying up. They think they've got her right now, so be very, very careful there. Von Art, the Kiwis by Art Major out of Von Regal for Emma Stewart and Mark Pitt. Just keeps going and going. Joe Pace ran second there. Joe's rating for Monday's coverage because he had a winner there. Dad and Dave, don't get this horse. Always starts big odds. Goes terrific. Just always starts big odds. Vanquish Stride for the Sandersons done another very, very good job there as well. Continues on checks. Nephew of Sunoco and Mari Law fought out a terrific finish in the Harasta Trotters, Wagon Apollo Trotters free-for-all at Bendigo. Golden ticket into the Inter-Dominion. Probably worked out just a little bit easier with a couple of horses getting their manners mixed up and just being able to slide to the front. Nephew of Sunoco. But he is absolutely flying, and well done to them. Great thrill for James Herbertson too to have a horse already qualified for the Inter-Dominion. Treachery and for Emma Stewart and the likes. We'll say there that I can't think of she's Carly Hilson. She is in the ownership, the third person there along. She was at Trots the other night. So, band of familiar names there, but great to see they have a few other people. And Carly loves this horse, daughter of Lovelist. Remember racing Lovelist herself. So, yeah, she's a lovely filly. Treachery, just keeps getting the job done. Joanna was great. As well as a couple of funny runs. Mona Mia was in a very, Gary Collison will tell you, she was in a strange mood. Gary was there to watch that race and she was in a strange mood. Aussie Battler won the Battle of the Claimers. Again, it's blanket finish, 4 metres, 5th to 1st. Going there, Bernie Winkle still hasn't got out. He won't get out. And then Clem McArdle taking out the last. Ryan Sanderson, but well done to Trish McVeigh. She just chips away at it. Trish doesn't go about much of the fanfare and managed to get the chockies. Another one, I reckon. Would have thought it was a long straight, but anyway, they got the chockies and did a very, very good job for Trish. And Trish does, as I said, a good job with a very small team of horses. Just waiting. It didn't want to. Now it did. All right, we'll go to stall. Didn't see stall. Now there is a couple of things we've got to point out here at stall when we come across them. Gary Manane won race number 1 with Sienna Storm by Safari. James Herbertson in the car. I haven't mentioned James's name too much. He's had a few winners though. Restrepo, sire of Jillaby Ripper for the Lee Camp. Stevie Fennell, the trainer there, took out the 3-year-old, beating Rebecca East and Mickey Bellman. Mick's had a fair enough. He won the next. East Broadell with Rebecca East and Mick Bellman taking out that. Daughter of Shadow Play, Stuart Cox and Connor Clark. Chalk and Cheddar, obviously a better than Cheddar horse. So well done to Connor. That's the first time I mentioned his name today. Millie Patone, Alex Ashwood, Taylor French Tails doing a great job. Follow the Stars is standing at, just got to find it over here. Where is it? There, Medowie Lodge. Next year, that is the sire of Millie Patone, so make sure you give Darren Ray a call if you like Follow the Stars. Does a great job in Western Australia. All Award Bob for Laurie Young, James Herbertson combined. Sam Barker, 50th winner, so well done young Sam. Just another boy out of She's Limit, Charisma King. So well done to you, young Sammy, for bringing up winner number 50. And then Kelvin, Dad, takes out the next with Smooth Techie, Jason Lee in the cart. That was race number 8, and I think that was it. That was it for stalls. So well done to everyone there. Bear with me as we just change screens. I got a couple more meetings left to go. We went to Yarra Glen, only a 6-horse program at Yarra Glen, but if Joe Pace is still on, he will make sure that I get to the last horse, that's for sure, because he actually got the jockey. So a little spoiler alert there for people. So if you want to ask any questions, do. Taylor Yule drove a winner for Ben Yole, which is a bit of an interesting one. Heidi Go Seek, winning race number 1, but well done, young Taylor. But another young girl, Annalise Scott, that might have been one of those races by the looks, up to 10 win driving race, I would say. No, because Sean O'Sullivan's driven more than 10, I think. Might have had a few restrictions on it though, that race by the looks of some of the drivers involved there. But I saw Nathan Rothwell was on the line there before. Maybe someone else knows. I don't know. Mark Lee and Stacey Towers, of course, with Fire and Grace, bringing up win number 100 for Dean and Blanche Poole or Sarah. Congratulations. I reckon it's a great story. And yeah, if you're not aware, Fire and Grace is a horse that unfortunately hurt Craig Turnbull, not intentionally. And of course, that was a few years ago now. But Stacey's done a terrific job, and her and Mark Lee working this horse out. And I think it's about win number 3 for that horse, but it won't be the last of them. So well done. Less than 25 wins was that first race. Thank you very much for that, Alex. That's terrific insight. But yeah, and it's good that they get a direct chance, these guys, to drive in those races. James Herbertson and Jane Davies. Never knew that Jane Davies and Noel Alexander were training at the Cranbourne track until just recently. Bred by Gary Toolman, Mr. Rain, winning race number 3, the Yarra Glen IGA. Alex Freeman and Brad Chisholm. Brad's trained 1. I think he's driven 3 for the week so far. Last week he did about the same. Doing an enormous job, young man. I might try and catch up with him at some stage. JB, that horse was there, winning race number 4. The United Petroleum Pace was taken out by Curran Express, and I see that Alan Rickson is now working for the Lara J Farms. So well done to them. And congratulations, Alan, on bringing up your first win for those guys. And I reckon there'll be plenty more. Geordie Chibnall, I said Tony was on there before. George's running 2nd. And then Joe Pace and James Herbertson combined with Just a Little Sip. New Zealand one born by gelding by Franco Ledger out of Just a Sip. Won the De Bortley Pace and just beating home Rock Phone in the last. Only a 6-horse card at Yarra Glen. I noticed that Menangle on Tuesday was only a 7-race card, which is a bit funny, but might just be a bit of a stigma from the floods and that up New South Wales. And hopefully Yarra Glen, everything's okay there, so it can... Sometimes we look at things, I'm not sure. Nutrient Pace, I've actually got the Nutrient hat on. Didn't realise that until I just looked there. Darren Rowney, trains on the track, waiting for runs. Waiting, no runs. James Herbertson. Said I hadn't called him much. He's going really, really well. Said for Pacing for Pink, raising money. Tanya Ward there as the breeder. She, of course, shaved her hair off for the Pacing for Pink. So congratulations, 10, getting a winner. Regal Breeze for Jack Law and Julie Douglas. I think that was his 100th win for the season. Owned by the Browns of South Australia. The South Australians are getting a huge run here tonight. Illawong Jovial, Julie Douglas, Jack Law, Peter Cole winning the race. Pete's the CEO of the Heathcote District Football League, actually. Does a great job. Black and Gold for Brett Shipway, won at Shep. He doesn't normally go there, beating Donna Castles. Donna won't be happy with that, but that's okay. There he is again, Brad Chisholm with Smooth Debate, owned by his mum too, trained by Craig Turnbull. I don't know if he's got down on one knee yet, but of course Brad goes out with Abby, daughter of Craig. So yeah, he's doing a great job, young Brad. He's driving winners everywhere, so it's terrific to see. Alex Auction, I'm Rockin' It by Pet Rock out of Lil's Dream. Got its Vic Bred bonus. I was talking to Louise a little bit earlier on, so that horse actually got its Vic Bred bonus. And Chocolates to Boiled Lollies for Craig Turnbull. First to last, unfortunately, and that generally happens. It's the beauty of having a small team. We need a Breen there. Simon Turnbull, Abby Turnbull, Chocolates to Boiled Lollies. Abby goes from her own last to first with High Flux. Winning race number 7. Race number 8, Jess Tubbs, Greg Sugars combined with Gilligan's Island, owned by quite a few people. Most of those guys are nearly the Triple Eight boys, I think. Stand to be corrected. Then Yankee Lover by Love You, of course with Harassed Trotters, but also out of Yankee Princess, so you can see there in the owners, Shaw, and Pangrazio, Louise Pangrazio. Of course they sell horses all the time, and Staffordshire Park Farm, so they do a great job. And we're going to cover back off on Maryborough, because Maryborough was a great day today. There was a fair bit going on, and I think there's some really nice winners. As I said, Larry Lynch, Quinellering the last is a great story for a man that doesn't train a lot of horses. And some nice winners coming through the day. I think Dean and Blanche have at least bred 3 of their own this week as well, so that's terrific for them as well. Uncle Al taking out race number 1 for Anne-Marie Conroy, beating Vincent Kai, Granny Innes, good mate of mine, second. Interesting little trot, $4,500 up to 47 trot. Duncan's, well, I got no idea what that is. Trek trot, oh yeah. Duncan McPherson, of course. I must have to get him on one day. Jack McKinnon, I said Galen was on there. Jack got a winner today with Countess Chiron. Another New Zealand contingent there. So doing a good job, Ray Cross. I think that horse galloped out last week. Here we go. Race number 3, the Sky Valley Sprint Lane, Majestic Pride. Mick Bellman trained and drove the first of a double. Beaten Jimmy Grant, great mate of mine, Jim. In second with Ronnie Wicks and Rio Terra for David Murphy in third. But, as I said, this race had a little bit more meaning there, and you can see in the owners, Claire Wesson and Ian Wooldridge, bred by Gregory Hargraves, so Doc Hargraves, as he's more affectionately known, from Wedderburn. Sure, the sheds and that of Wedderburn earlier on in the day. But how did we go? Sweet Sassy My Lassie, trained by Mick Bellman. Well done to everyone involved, and great little pictures of that. I might actually end a couple of those pictures going forward. More Wanted, Chris Lang and Daryl Douglas. Daryl's getting a few winners as well. Chris Lang's having a great run. Another creatine, getting the chocolates for More Wanted. Just a bit touchy. This was the other one for Dean and Blanche Poole. Just a bit touchy by Father Patrick out of Gypsy's Flair. Recently purchased, and yeah, going to be an excitement machine. This horse wasn't sold. Yes, it was. This horse was sold through the nutrient sale, I think. Not sure how that all works actually, because it's a different. That's the Australian Premier Trotting sale. Blanche, if you're still on, can you tell me which sale this horse actually went through? Because I might have the pair of them mixed up, but it doesn't matter. Congratulations and well done to the new owners, Alabar and Norm Jenkins. Joey's Hangover, a horse. Taylor French changed his tune because she used to despise this horse, but not now. She has a real soft spot for him, and he won very, very comfortably. Francesco, Johnny Caldo getting the chocolates there with the son of Safari. Great to see Johnny back in the winning circle. Alzire's Fame by Betting Line takes out race number 9, the Carisbrook Motors 3-year-old Chris Finozio in the sulky there. Chris, he's having an okay run. He gets a few winners from time to time. Dean and Blanche haven't got back to me, but that's okay. They may have checked out. That's fine. Village Voice and Breathe Easy, quinelling the last for Larry Lynch, and I think well done to you, Larry. I don't know how many horses you train. I do know you through interviews, and I think well done to you. Jackie Barker in the cart. Never do a week without mentioning Jackie. And young Brent Murphy going there. That horse did sell for the APG sale. Thank you very much, and that's why it's that race series. So I was a bit confused. So I've done something with me mouse. Sorry about that. But you'll see there the Australasian Premier Trotting Sales. So that was the last of those races. So sales series going through there. So that is a wrap. No, it's not. We can do a quick little look at Melton tonight. There's been some winners already. Thank you. Her sister was through the first nutrient sale, which of course they're 2-year-olds, of course. So, yep, now I've got it sorted out. I get those things. I'm just waiting for this to update. I know it looks like it's a black screen. Luckily, I got my head in it, but otherwise it looks like a black screen. But this one may not want to update. Not sure what's going on here. The internet may be just getting a bit slow here all of a sudden. This is good TV. It may not going to happen. What I can do, I'll do this. I'll go back to Campbell's Comments channel, back here, and it still hasn't picked up. But well done to everyone winning races at Melton tonight, and it doesn't seem to want to come up. Yes, it has. I'm going to go back to it because I'm just... no, it's this computer here. I've got to get that other one fixed. And we had race number 1, Denstown, Ben Yole, getting a few winners. I think that's 2 for the week. Robbie Walters, again, they actually get another winner. They might have 2 for the night. Missed in the end, Ryan Sanderson and John Justice taking out the up to 40 there, 157.4. This little horse here, dangerous little horse to follow, but I think Joyful's a nice little horse as well. Showed some gate speed, Joyful, but I don't think it's won a race yet. But the 2-year-old, but you can see there, 155.7. And what's that, 57-1 last half, so very, very impressive. Son of Sweet Lou, horse going places. Nifty Jolt, I thought that. Ben Yole and Robbie Walters taking out race number 4, and race number 5 is actually on as we speak, so I can't show you it, but I can talk about it. They're just going down with a lap to go. Tiny Temper is in front for Emmett Bronson. Out front of, we've got the Tyndales outside of them, and we'll just keep going. They've got a little bit more over a lap to go. So please don't forget, I might take the, don't forget to vote 1, Cam Bray. We've got to make sure we look after him, just having a little bit of fun. If you're in New Zealand, those breeding seminars as well, Christchurch, Invercargill and Cambridge, Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday. So make sure you get involved in them. Huge congratulations to Stacey Towers, 100 wins for the year. Brett Lilly's horse, unfortunately, is galloping there out the back. Just had a look up. Don't forget to look after my friends if you're in Bendigo and want to buy anything. They looked after Rita and Monty straight away. Great friends from Horseland Bendigo. Well, I'm in trouble there. Sorry, Blanche. I didn't realise I missed one. You've had a great week, Dean and Blanche Poole, that's for sure. Jackie Gibson, thank you very much. Look forward to catching up with you shortly. Success stud. Getting me way up to New South Wales again for a few more chats. AJ and Bo Tyndale look like they're going to win this, I think. Just trying to watch this one as it goes. Yes, they're going to get another winner. So as they cross the line, they have got there ahead of Emmett Bronson. Don't know the names, so... There we are, Our Escapade for Bailey McDonough beating Tiny Temper and IC Amore winning that race. I'll get rid of the Cam's text. Stay in Parade. Don't forget as well with Kath McIntosh to make your booking there. Father's Day, take your dad there for a day out. Register your intent. Go to Lower Long Farms at nrequine.com.au 58522 84545. Go to the website. You'll be able to do it through the admin one as well, but you can see it there. Sorry, I clicked that off a bit too quick. So make sure you get involved in that. The Nutrien sales, we've got Jackie Gibson and a few of the other guys there. Don't forget they are open now, so please go to the Nutrien website at nutrienequine.com.au. Sales there, Sydney on the 4th and 5th of March, Queensland the 11th and 12th of March, and Melbourne on the 1st and 2nd of April. But don't forget Bathurst, and entries are now open for that on the 2nd of August. They opened. They go through to the 23rd of September, I think, for entries for that. No, I reckon it was the 23rd of November. It's actually written on there on the feed. I know Myo helped me out there before. I think they're open until the 23rd of November. So plenty of time to get your horses where you want. Plenty of choice on where you want to put your horses. Some reason that doesn't want to go back. Just give me 1 second. I'll turn my back to you, but that's okay. I can do that. I do whatever I like on this show. Because no, I don't have to answer to anyone. Yes, I do. I have to look after my sponsors. And I must say, huge. Yeah, 25th of November, noms close for Bathurst. So you've got plenty of time. I was worried about turning me back. I had the slides still up, so that's okay. So I had that all sorted. And yeah, so 25th of November for that. And yeah, that's a bit of a wrap. The New Zealand guys, their sale has closed. They got 400 horses entered for their sale. Of course, my great sponsors. I must say a huge thank you to all of my sponsors at Bathurst, Nutrient Equine, Harass to Trotters, and I'm going to get into trouble here. I've got to look at my hat. Oh, Woodland Stud. I knew I was going to get into trouble. Terrific major sponsors, and the guys at NZB Standardbreds as well, great sponsors and supporters. Kelly Partners of Melbourne, they're recommitting to some more of the stable chats, which is really exciting for me. So I must say a huge thank you to all of those guys. Huge thank you to everyone for the birthday wishes. I really enjoyed this birthday, actually. It's been a bit of fun, so thank you very much for everyone who's got involved with that and helped me as well with that side of things. So bit of a wrap. As I say, the show was not to be taken serious, just a bit of fun. Happy to drive it whichever way people want to. Some people say I've got to get more controversial. I get people saying, I've got to get more controversial. I think there's enough controversy in this world. I'd rather just have some fun and congratulate people on their achievements. As I said, Rhiannon Park, they've done a huge job this week. So that is, I'm going to say 4 for Rhiannon Park. Well, not Rhiannon Park as much as Dean and Blanche Pool, although I think that is Rhiannon Park. I must sort that one out one day and go from there. But Jackie Gibson, she'll be on to me soon with the ones from Success Stud. Ray Tat is watching. There's a man I've got to have an interview with. Ray Tat, I believe, is making a comeback to the harness driving. So we might do a sit down one day with Ray. Great man from back in my era. He would have driven well over 100 winners, but does a good job. That is the other one I wanted to say. Well done, Ian Wooldridge, for getting his winner today. It means a lot. We forget what winning races means to a lot of people, but you can see the joy on his face just there with winning that one as well. So well done to him. Well done to everyone. Well done to my sheep farmers for giving me a lot of their contribution. I've got people now realise if they send me a text message or a messenger message, if I can get the picture up there. The show will continue to evolve. It's going to continue to stay on a Wednesday night as long as I can. I'm going to try and even do it remotely, try and build that tomorrow so we can take it on the road remotely and go from there. So thank you very much to everyone. It's been a lot of fun, and I will see you all next week. Hopefully 6 o'clock. We might just push it back to 6:30 once the days get really long, but we're going to stick at the 6 o'clock mark for the minute. So thanks to everyone for joining in, and I'll see you all next week.